9 years old, I believe. Okay? And when it comes to reptiles, what most people need to understand is, unlike people, unlike us, where we have like a certain age that we reach and then we stop growing, we might shrink a little bit, reptiles continue to grow their entire lives. All reptiles do this. They never stop growing. They grow right up until when they die. This year, guys, oh, she's in the shed too. All of our snakes are going into a shed. They kind of have that thing, well, it's time they're doing shows with us. Let's go into a shed. It makes things more difficult. Okay? This here, guys, is a reticulated python. They're a snake, again, from Indonesia, and they are, in fact, the true giant snakes of the world. Reticulated pythons hold the record for longest snake in the world at 32 feet 9 inches long. Over 30 feet long when it comes to the largest reticulated python. But what makes reticulated pythons different than green anacondas, where the green anaconda has a 7-foot difference between the regular size and the record, reticulated pythons actually do reach their record size on a regular basis. They are regularly seen reaching up to and even over 30 feet long. They are massive snakes, guys. At this size right now, this snake would spend a lot of its time on the ground, even up in the trees. It spends a lot of its time climbing. But once it gets any bigger than this, it's going to shift, it's going to stay on the ground and in the water, where it's a lot easier for it to move. Anacondas still being considered to be the heaviest snakes in the world because they're so heavy. They're nicknamed the water boa. They are, again, a type of boa. They spend all their time in the water because it's easier for them to move around with the size that they average out to be. You can see, she's holding on. This is how she climbs. Lindsay right now is basically a tree. Okay, they don't have hands, so they hold on by kind of wrapping themselves around it and by squeezing a little bit. She is not being constricted. Lindsay is not being constricted right now by a snake. But when it comes to constriction, yes, this snake does do it to kill its food. But again, there is only one reason why snakes constrict. Why do snakes constrict? To kill their food. Snakes that squeeze, snakes that constrict, anacondas, pythons, boas, all the little snakes that do it too. They constrict to kill their food. It is not a way of self-defense. Alright? If we were to upset this snake right now, yes, it's going to bite people, but it is not going to wrap around anybody and squeeze them and kill them. They do not do that. They constrict for food, and that is it. Most importantly, what do snakes eat? Snakes are carnivores. All snakes are. They eat meat, and they eat a variety of animals. There are snakes that eat frogs and toads, snakes that eat bugs, snakes that eat fish. Most of the time people picture snakes eating mice and rats. That is the most popular food for snakes and small mammals, rodents. But when it comes to snakes, there is one animal on our planet that snakes do not eat, that snakes do not look at as a source of food. What animal is it? People. There is no snake out there. In the thousands of different kinds of snakes, there are no snakes on our planet that eat people. No matter how many times you see it on TV, on the internet, in the movies, remember, it's the movies. It's not real. There have been 8 documented cases of people being swallowed by a snake in the last 100 years. 8 people in 100 years. Is that a lot of people? No, it's not a lot of people. But the reason it happened was also by mistake, by accident. And I can explain that, because some people look at me when I say that and go, wow, they laugh at me. Alright? I can explain. When it comes to snakes, they do not see very well. If we wave our hand in front of the snake's face, we had come up with a name for this snake.
What should be in the snake?
Yeah, we don't have a name for this snake, by the way. Anyway, if I wave my hand in front of this snake's face, she does not see a hand. She sees a blurred object flying by her face. I smell like a person. I am not food. But if you smell like a chicken, a goat, a sheep, a pig, a rabbit, that is exactly what the snake is going to think you are. That is why the 8 people were killed. That is why people have been constricted and killed by snakes. They smelt like something the snake does in fact eat, and the snake thought that's what they were. The 8 people, guys, have been swallowed by snakes. I will tell you this right now. They were not big people. They were little people. Fishermen in South America. Spends the day fishing, smells like fish, walking home, walks past an anaconda. anaconda sees and goes, wow, that's a huge fish. I won the lottery. I am going to eat it. Okay? That is what happens. That is why people have been constricted, and those 8 people were swallowed by a snake. We got 2 more snakes we're going to take out for everybody. This next one we're going to bring out from over here. Can I just get you to the safer? All right. That popcorn must be good. Like you were really stuffing it in there. How you doing?
That's on the screen.
Hold on, Lindsay's having problems. Alright. Guys, the next snake we're going to take out is the flop. The next snake we're going to take out, guys, is kind of our feature snake, our star attraction, I guess you could call her. Her name is Moshi, and she is in fact the largest snake that we brought with us. Alright, we kind of brought, just so everybody knows, we brought 8 snakes with us. We're only showing 5 in each show. And the reason for that is because the reason we brought 8 was to give them breaks. So like tomorrow, Moshi, the snake you're about to see, is not going to be out in the shows tomorrow. But we have another snake to kind of replace her with. And that way they get breaks and they don't get too stressed out, too upset, and things like that. Alright.
Oh, this guy's a big dude.
That is a snake.
How's that for a snake? That's a big snake. Alright. Everybody, guys, again, this is Moshi. Moshi, guys, is an African rock python. They are considered to be the 3rd largest species of snake in the world. This species of snake is responsible for eating 3 of those 8 people that we talked about. Reticulated pythons, the snake we had out before that, the largest snake in the world, responsible for the other 3. And the last 2 were swallowed by the snake that Hollywood made out to be the big man-eating snake of the world, the green anaconda. Alright? But when, again, it was by accident. They thought the person was something else. African rock pythons, guys, again, 3rd largest type of snake in the world. Moshi right now is roughly 15 feet long. She weighs about 180 pounds. She is a very large snake. But again, she is not full grown. Rock pythons like this can reach up to 25 feet long, and they can weigh between 300 and 400 pounds. They are massive snakes. And this is the snake you're looking at right now, is the snake responsible, not the specific one, but this particular type, is the snake responsible for swallowing the largest animal ever swallowed by a snake. Very quickly, put up your hand if you've ever heard that snakes swallow their food whole. Alright? Something very popular, very common when it comes to snakes, and they do. There is no snake out there that when they catch their food, they rip it apart and they eat it. They swallow their food whole. Okay? And rock pythons, guy, hold the record for swallowing the largest animal, which was a 125-pound gazelle. A small deer from all the way over in Africa. Now, what does that tell us about those 8 people that were eaten by snakes? It tells us that they were all under 125 pounds. Very small people, and the 3 largest types of snakes in the world. There is a very big, this snake here, just to give you an idea how big of an animal she can eat. Alright? This is the best thing. Moshi holds the record that little raised reptiles do for swallowing the largest animal compared to her size. Again, she's 180 pounds, roughly 15 feet long. When she weighed 62 pounds. 62 pounds. Moshi swallowed a 35-pound pig. Okay? Just give you an idea, she's grown quite a bit since then. Potentially, I'm not saying she could, but there's a very, very good chance if Moshi really wanted to, she could swallow that guy with the sunglasses. Okay? If she wanted to. But you know what?
Like, what?
Buddy, what's your name? What's your name, buddy? Carter. Carter, I said she could swallow you. But you know what's a better question? Would she swallow you? No, she wouldn't. Alright? Snakes, again, they don't eat people. Yes, she could. but you got to remember how to phrase your question. Sir,